Hi, my name is Daryl Kopke. I'm one of the directors of Peekaboo Beans and an investor. I'm one of the 6 original employees of Lululemon Athletica, and currently I'm a founder and CEO of a company called Edelhard. So I was at Lululemon for 8 years. Started when we were one store doing about $1 million in sales, and my mandate as general manager was to grow the company. After 8 years, it was about 65 stores and about $200 million in sales. Back in 2003, when Lululemon was growing from 2 stores to 11 stores in 12 months, we were contemplating seeking venture capital funding. And one of the local VCs we were a part of ended up having Tracy on the team and her initial group of investors. They never ended up writing a check to Lulu, but in 2010, I was in a coffee shop downtown and bumped into one of those former VCs and current investor in Peekaboo. And we were laughing how he probably missed out on about $800 million in upside by not investing in Lulu at the time. And I bought him a coffee because I felt bad. But he was saying, hey, why don't you go look at this new company called Peekaboo Beans? The interesting thing about Peekaboo Beans is this generation of Lulu customers is now having children. Peekaboo is more than just an apparel company. And sometimes the apparel, as great as it is secondary to what the raison d'etre is for Peekaboo. Peekaboo is an aspirational parenting company. Lululemon gave permission to a generation of women to belong to this culture called yoga. And it manifested into a big lifestyle, and carrying yoga mats, drinking coffee, wearing flip-flops, a West Coast lifestyle. I call it tribal marketing. There was a tribe formed around this company, and it started with these sayings on a paper called the Manifesto. Way to believe in what was happening in the world that really resonated with this tribe, this generation of women that wanted to belong to something bigger than themselves. And Lululemon was at the right place in the right time to be a beacon of this aspirational culture. And they had really great product. As an investor in Peekaboo Beans, when I contemplate what is required to build a massively scalable apparel company, I think about a product that resonates. And we have that. We have a product that is compelling, that is loved, that is sought after even in the aftermarket. Okay. I think about a tribe, a group of customers that believe in the value system of the company. And we have that in spades, and you just need to look at social media to realize that this thing is a movement. And then we think about the market opportunity. The beautiful thing about the largest spending generation in history now having children is that we tick a box in terms of a market demand for a product that actually ties to the value system of that generation. That's what gets me excited about this company. That's why I'm involved, and that's why I continue to support Tracy in the company and keep reinvesting in the company. The interesting thing about Vancouver as an ecosystem for apparel and technical apparel in specific, you think about the head offices that are here. It's not just Lululemon, but Aritzia, Mountain Equipment Co-op, Arc'teryx, 7Mesh. There's so many apparel companies that have had some element of fantastic traction in the Vancouver area. And we often get asked, well, why did that happen? Well, we draw parallels to what happened in Silicon Valley and ask questions like, why was Silicon Valley so successful in being the hub of the world from a technology ecosystem? And it started with some success. And that success bred financial success and supported education and skilled workers. And together in that ecosystem, that bred more and more success that enhanced the ecosystem that happened in the Valley and is beginning to happen here in Vancouver, but in an apparel perspective. Schools are popping up to really enhance the technical trade of new emerging technical fabrics and construction. And more success of these ventures are leading to new startups that have investor financing and can grow and build on this ecosystem. So Peekaboo Beans is just another example of how Vancouver is emerging as a technical apparel hub for the world.
Well, it's interesting because Vancouver is a real incubator for manufacturers and high quality brands. So we really had infrastructure to be able to learn the ropes in this environment. I did utilize a lot of the resources, the infrastructure within the Vancouver environment, and there was a lot of people that worked at Lululemon. I had people that would work after hours and they would make patterns for me. I had sample makers that I had gotten from Mountain Equipment Co-op that on the side they would do patterns for me or tech packages. I went to a lot of seminars. I went to Apparel BC and I learned all of the ropes of that.
The interesting thing about the investor base from an apparel perspective in Vancouver is that they have seen it before, they know what to look out for, and the reason we have an ability to attract really compelling investor base at Peekaboo Beans here is because they look at the team, they look at the traction, and they look at the conversations about how we're building this company moving forward, and they see that there's a big checklist of wins that have happened, and this company is exactly at the right space to be primed for hypergrowth.